You are now listening to the Gospel of Alex. Alex, drop those scriptures.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. I know I've been gone for a little bit of a minute. Somebody ran into my damn vehicle. Not my business car, this car, my other car. Somebody ran into it. So I've been having to go to physical therapy. I had a chiropractor pop me all up. But I'm back. I'm back. And what I want to talk about, I stopped because I had to stop and drop this video because this father is the GOAT. This father is the man of the year. Now, he reacted a little bit late, but he pulled a chess move. And it's a chess move oftentimes I tell men who are baby fathers about how to play the game. See, I don't like to talk about game. I don't talk about game. What I tell dudes is how to vet, all right, what situations to put yourself in to find high quality women, and defense against the BS that women do. I could teach you guys how to run game, but I think game is useless. Men sit around trying to figure out ways to get laid. Women sit around trying to figure out ways to take your money. Women sit around trying to figure out ways to manipulate you, to use you. So I teach you defense. It's more important that you know how to play defense than that you know how to get laid, because at the end of the day, it's 2023. If you get yourself your own place, if you get yourself a whip, all right, the big three, never forget the big three, your own place, a whip, and a solid job or career, and you're good. You're good at the end of the day. You can add a little extra razzle dazzle on it if you want to by, fixing your body and getting your body in order and stuff like that. But there's no real reason to run game in 2023. The women are choosing. So it's no reason to teach you game. But at the end of the day, the women are always trying to get you through child support, always trying to get you through alimony, always trying to finesse you, get something out of you for free. So I teach defense, and this baby father played great defense. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Now, I heard this story on the radio. That's why I had to stop and make this video. On the radio, I heard them saying a mother called in and she basically said, listen, I need advice on how to handle a situation. My daughter came home. She asked for some new shoes. I told her, no, she don't need no more shoes. We're not buying her any shoes right now. My daughter's response was, how come every time I ask you for money, I almost always get a no, but my dad's paying you $1,900 a month in child support, plus you always give your siblings money. All right, she has one brother, one sister, and apparently she gives them money too. So she's like, I want to go and stay with my dad, or start breaking me off some of this child support. All right, now her question was, I don't know how to handle this. Should I let the daughter go stay with her dad? Should I beat the daughter's ass? Whatever the case may be. Now, here's my thing. The responses from black women were hilarious to me, okay? First of all, before we get into the responses from black women, let's just talk about the dad, because this was a chess move. Understand, this was a chess move. Now, guys, the daughter was 16 years old. The daughter's 16 years old, because that's going to be important later too as well. So understand, this was a chess move by the father. When I say this was a chess move by the father, what I mean is you don't just accidentally tell your daughter how much you're paying in child support. The father told the daughter for a reason, most likely because the daughter probably asked the father for the shoes, and the father's probably like, why are you always asking me for stuff? At the end of the day, I pay your mother almost 2 racks. She should be giving you money. You shouldn't have to ask me for nothing. I don't understand why you're always asking me for stuff. Now, here's the thing. The daughter is 16, all right? Because this is going to play in the factor, because there were some women calling in talking about the father's wrong. She needs to stay in the child place. She shouldn't even know that. No, at the end of the day, a 16-year-old is not a child. A 16-year-old is a teenager. I repeat, a 16-year-old is not a child. A 16-year-old is a teenager. In 2 years, if this 16-year-old decides to go to college, the 16-year-old is going to be staying in a dorm by herself, not with her parents. So this is not a child. So you need to be preparing this teenager for the real world. And part of that is explaining things like finances to them. So personally, I have no problem with the dad saying, listen, I'm giving your mother $1,900 a month of child support. She should be giving you something. You shouldn't still be having to come to me and ask me for more stuff on top of what I'm already doing when we're just hanging out together. So everyone who was saying that the dad was petty or wrong for telling her that, no, he was not. To be honest with you, the only mistake the dad made here The only mistake that the dad made here is that, in my opinion, he waited too damn long to tell the daughter that he was paying the mother $1,900 in child support. Me personally, I would have told the daughter that way back when she was like 12, as soon as she hit preteen years. I would have told her then, because my thing is this. The next thing is, all right, besides a lot of women calling in and saying, oh, he shouldn't have even told her that, he's wrong, which he's not. The next thing a lot of women were saying was, I wish my daughter would say that to me. I would beat her ass. Let me tell you something. This is the problem in the black community. If your child is 16, there should be no conversations about whooping the child. There should be no conversations about whooping said child's ass. How are you going to whoop a child who is 16 years old? This is a teenager, not a kid. If your daughter's 16, chances are she's probably the same height as you. All right, she probably got some titties on her. She probably got a booty on her. Her womanly shape is probably in. So I'm saying all that to say, if people see you fighting your 16-year-old daughter, the aesthetic is this is just a regular fight. They're not even going to be aware that this is your daughter. So most likely the cops are going to get called. And that's if you do this in public. Now, if you do this in the house, here's the problem. Once a kid gets to the age of 16, you can't just regularly whoop them. What, you going to take your 16-year-old daughter and pull her pants down and put her over your lap and start spanking her on the butt bare hand, or spanking her on the butt with a belt? That sounds more like foreplay than it does a whooping. This is a full-grown, fully developed woman. Why are you pulling her pants down and putting your hands on her? See, the thing is, right, by the time your child becomes a teenager, that respect should have already been established. There should be no reason why you ever have to whoop a kid. There should be no reason why you ever have to whoop a kid at that point. If your child doesn't respect you by the time they hit puberty, you failed as a parent. But see, black people don't whoop for discipline. See, a lot of black parents will tell you that they whoop for discipline. But a lot of black parents really don't whoop for discipline. They whoop out of frustration. They have a hard day at work. They come home, the kid's being a kid, so the kid has energy, the kid's running around, the kid's asking questions because they're a kid. The kid gets a whooping, not because they're doing too much, but because the parent's mad. The parent can't pay their rent, so they whooping the kid. The job got on their nerves, so they whooping the kid. They're mad their baby father left, so they whooping the kid. Women whoop kids for everything. Now, I get a lot of the times dads don't whoop as much, right? It's not like our go-to, because we know we're a lot stronger and we have a lot more of a commanding, booming voice. We can just be like, yo, chill. And they're going to chill 9 times out of 10. But my thing is, a lot of mothers whoop their children out of frustration. That's not to say no men do it. Some fathers do it. But a lot of mothers whoop their kids not to really teach a lesson, but out of discipline. Because my thing is this. If your daughter comes up to you and says, listen, you're getting $1,900 in child support, I feel like I should be getting the cut. And if I'm not getting the cut, can I go and live with my dad? You should be able to explain to your daughter where this money's going. Now, there are people calling in, you ain't got to explain nothing to you. You're a child. Again, bad mindset. Bad mindset. So you don't want to explain where the money that you're getting for this child is going, right? But you want to whoop the child for asking. No, this is a 16-year-old. This is a chance to teach her about finance, paying rent, paying bills, if that's what you're doing. All right, so this is a chance to show her how to budget, how to break down why you don't have the money. But the reality is, I want you guys to understand, $1,900 is not a small amount of money. Listen, I live in the DMV. $1,900, right? Your average 2-bedroom apartment is going to run you anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600. So him paying you $1,900 already pays your whole rent. If you wanted to live in a luxury 2-bedroom apartment, then you're looking at $2,000 to probably like $2,500 or maybe $3,000. So if you were working at all, right, which you should be doing, you have enough money to go into a luxury apartment for basically regular apartment money, because the father's already paid more than half the mortgage. If you're living in a regular apartment, you have enough money for the father's child support alone to pay for the whole damn apartment. So the child knows this because they're 16. So like, damn, if my dad's giving you almost $2,000, how come I can't get none when it's child support and it's for me? Now, the chess move was her saying, if you don't want to give me the money, then why don't you just send me to live with my dad? That was the chess move. That's why I said the dad made a great move, because that was the chess move. Or let me live with my father. That was very smart. But again, like I said, he was a little bit too late. What the mom should do is break down the accountant and explain to the daughter why she doesn't have it. The mom doesn't want to do that because the reality of the situation is she's spending the money on herself and her siblings. That's why she doesn't have it. And most likely she's probably not working, because Women don't think in the way men think. We always think get more money, get to the bag. Women think get to a point where we're comfortable so we don't have to do anything. Not all, but most. So most likely getting paid $1,900 something. She probably working part-time or something like that. I doubt she's working full-fledged. Full-time, a regular job. She should be, but I doubt that she is because I know the average mind of the woman. So she doesn't want to tell her daughter just simply, okay, I don't have the money because I'm paying it on bills. She also don't want to break down the accounting, which she shouldn't have a problem with either thing. The last thing a lot of the women who are calling were telling her to do, right, besides whooping her or just it's none of your business, so I shouldn't have to explain this to you, they were like, some of them were like, let her go live with the dad. Now, this was the minority, right? But someone were like, okay, let her go live with the dad. And of course, you know, women got back women, so it's the worst thing ever. Let her go live with the dad so she can understand that life on the other side isn't always better because a single mother gonna always make a way. Because the thing was this, when they said let her go live with the dad, right? You guys gotta understand, once she goes and lives with the dad, the money's gonna cut off. There's not gonna be any child support if she goes and lives with the dad. Hence why the woman said a single mother's always gonna make a way. A single mother's always going to make a way. It's okay. She can go live with the dad. Let me tell you guys something. She doesn't want to let the daughter go live with the dad because she knows she's going to lose the money. The reason most of the women who called in didn't suggest was just let her go with her dad is because they know if she goes with the dad, she's going to lose most of the money. When your daughter, right, you're getting $1,900 in child support for your daughter and she can't get a pair of shoes, that tells me you're living off the money. Because if you're getting $1,900 in child support, your daughter should be getting something every single month. Every single month. She shouldn't have to beg for anything at the end of the day. So that shows me that she's living off the money. So the woman calls in, I will let her live with her dad so she can see life's not always as good on the other side. So she can see a single mother always makes a way. Let me tell you guys something. If she did go and let the daughter live with the dad, the daughter would not come back. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. A single father raises kids better than a single mother does. Let it breathe, run it back. A single father raises kids better than a single mother does. So if she lets that daughter go with the father, the daughter is not going to come back. Statistics show kids come out healthier, they come out more educated, and they come out more productive when they're with a single father versus a single mother. And if this father is paying you $1,900 a month in child support, he's clearly in a good situation. He's clearly making good money. So she's not going to come back. So this idea women have, oh yeah, let her go with her dad. They're going to see, he's going to see it's not easy taking care of no child. She's going to want to come back home. No, she's not. She's going to go and live with her father. Her father going to keep her off the pole. Her father's going to stop her from becoming a single mother. Her father's going to keep her focused. Her father's going to show her how a real man should treat her, and she's going to go on to live a productive life. The mother's going to be broke and go out here in the streets, popping her coochie, trying to make another kid so she can secure another bag or secure another check. Because a quality woman, first of all, a quality woman, if you're getting $2,000 a month, basically, for your kid, is going to break your kid off an allowance or something, especially at that age. But another thing a quality woman would do is not beat the child, but just explain to the child, this is why what I'm doing with your money. A crappy parent would beat the child. So if she was a quality parent, she wouldn't even be calling in asking what to do. She would just account for what she's doing with the money and then tell the daughter, listen, if you want to go live with your dad, go live with your dad. That's your dad. But this is not a quality mom. That's why she's calling in, because she doesn't want the daughter to live with the dad because it's going to cut off that check that you can read between the lines and basically tell that she's living off of. So this dad pulled a chess move. Straight up, he pulled a chess move. And this is the way you fathers got to think. A lot of y'all just come out here and y'all whine. Oh, my baby mother took me to court. The courts are against me. I can't do anything. You don't understand, Alex. Let me tell you guys something. I understand a lot more than you guys think that I understand. I've seen women lose child support cases. I've seen women get kids taken away from them. The reason most of you black men be getting owned by your baby mothers is because you're lazy and because you're goofy and you don't want to do the education. You don't think outside the box. You don't play chess. This dad played chess. I tell a lot of men, as soon as a child is born, you should go to the courthouse, right? Because the thing is, a lot of you guys just assume women automatically get custody. No, they don't. The child belongs to the state when the child's first born. Nobody has custody of the child. Technically, your kid is the state's kid if y'all don't say anything. So y'all just assume that they give the child to the mother when that's not the case. Y'all let the women go and file the paperwork first. When there's a breakup or anything like that, y'all let the women go and file the paperwork first so that they can get primary residential custody. It's still 50-50, right? But y'all let them get residence. Whoever has residence of the child, aka the child lives with them, is going to get the child support. Y'all could go to court before your baby mother went to court, and you could try to be the resident parent. And a lot of you are in a better situation, so you would get it. But the reality of the situation is, which a lot of you don't want to admit, you don't really want your kid to live with you. See, this dad clearly doesn't care if his daughter lives with him, because not only is he in her life on a consistent basis, but he probably fed into her, I'm paying your mother this, she needs to give you something, or you can just come and stay here for all that. So he's down. A lot of y'all complaints about child support. I give a lot of solutions on this channel when it comes to how to beat the child support system, how to get custody of your kids and stuff like that. But a lot of you men have to admit, you don't have custody of your kids. Your kids don't stay with you because you don't want them to. You'd rather pay the mother the money. A lot of you deep down, as much as it bothers you to have to pay the money, you would still rather pay that money than take care of the kid 24/7 and be bothered with that, with raising the child and rearing the child. And if that's the case, right? Because the first solution I always tell men, why don't you go and try to get custody yourself? Especially if you're in a better position. A lot of men, oh, I don't feel like I'm going to get it. The court's not going to listen. Those are excuses. Again, I've seen plenty of men take women to court and win. So those are excuses. The reality is a lot of you don't want to be the primary resident parent of the child. A lot of you don't want the kid living with you 24/7 and visiting the mother. And if that's the case, then you pay the child support. But otherwise, you should be doing what this dad is doing. Like, listen, if your mom's not taking care of it, you could just stay with me. Because I'm not going to be paying your mother and paying you too. That's crazy. You just come over here, stay with me, and everything could just rock that way. But like I said, a lot of you don't want to do that. A lot of you don't want to do that. See, a lot of modern men kind of move like women, where they like to complain about a situation, but do very little to fix it. So salute to this father for taking actual action and playing defense and saying, listen, I give your mother this. If she's not giving you nothing, balls in her court. Go talk to your mom. Don't talk to me, because it's not my fault. Don't talk to me. Go and talk to your mom. Or if all else fails, you can just come stay over here. That's the option. Those are your choices. So shout out to that dad for thinking outside of the box. And I really wanted to analyze women's responses to this. And I also wanted to share this story for guys who might be in the same situation. Listen, if your daughter's old enough to handle it, if your son's old enough to handle it, tell them what's really going on. Don't just let the mother control the narrative. You have to control your own narrative. You have to control your own narrative. Know what I mean? So I just wanted to sprinkle that gem for a lot of you fathers who might be out there watching this video. If you're in a situation similar, you should probably pull a move very similar to what this father pulled. And it will help get you out of this situation. But before you complain about child support, again, the first question I always ask, are you willing to take care of your child? Are you willing to have the residential custody of your child? And if the answer is yes, then I can help you get off of child support. If the answer is no, then there's nothing I can do for you. You got to pay that child support. She got the kid. So that's my thoughts on that, man. I am Alex, y'all, and I am out. Peace.